I snooped in my friend's computer and now I can't unsee it. Me 19F and my friend Maggie 20F met in college about 2 years ago through college softball and have been good friends ever since. At the beginning of our freshman year we became friends with a girl named Erica 19F who was also on our team. Things seemed great between all of us until aspects of Erica's life began changing drastically, but her stories never added up. It would always be tragic life events such as her parents disowning her, estranged relationship with her sibling, deaths of her parents, and a weird relationship with a coach at our school. Maggie and I began to get suspicious of Erica because the stories would always somehow change over time. She was always the victim. Or stories just wouldn't add up. Earlier this week Erica, Maggie, and I were all hanging out when Erica had to leave for work. She left her computer open and unlocked so I could do some homework. As I was working, a suspicious message popped up on her computer and I couldn't help but click on it. I can't unsee what I saw. Everything she had told Maggie and I had been a lie. Her father, which she stated had passed away, had been texting her that morning. There were texts between her and her brother as if they were best friends. And the most shocking part, she had been hooking up with one of our softball coaches, which she had always told us she was not interested in men. Maggie and I are currently in shock and have no idea what to do with this information. I feel guilty for looking. And I know I was in the wrong for that. But I also wanted to know the truth of everything, and maybe don't lie to your best friends and schoolmates. My whole friendship with her feels like a lie and I'm questioning everything. As a computer person and the guy who used to fix his friends' and family's computers, this is a very happy ending, lol. Definitely do a very slow and careful ghost. I had a friend like that who I started to catch in way too many lies. Now she lies about me and like 30 people think I'm a thief, trespasser, and abuser. LMAO. It's gotten to the point where I meet someone totally new outside that old group and then they're like, oh, you're tired and short? I heard XYZ about you. And I live in a pretty big city, so anyway. Very slow ghost, and I would get all that evidence of her lies first. Oh, this happens a lot in college. I had a person do this in our friend group. We confronted her, apped it, and she said, yeah, I lied, apped my brother dying and catfished our friend. And lied, apped being at a concert. And we asked why and she said it was exciting and she couldn't wait to find a new group and do it again. Some PPL are just a lil unhinged and have issues. It gave me a lot of trust issues with folks, but ultimately I think as a young person I needed to learn to be more cautious. A rule of thumb for life is remember you never ever truly know someone. You know the person that they present themselves as. No one knows the inner dialogue of someone else. The most hateful people in the world put on an act in the public eye to present themselves as otherwise. Just think of the amount of serial killers that people have said afterwards that they never would have suspected. If you are the type of person who likes transparency, you could confront her and take it from there. In my opinion, she is too much drama. If you are not comfortable hanging out with her, you can just slowly distance yourself. Don't search for answers if you can't handle the truth. You probably should have looked through her messages honestly. I have this belief that lies always find their way to the surface, so I think you would have found out regardless. Since you're no longer comfortable with the friendship, try to distance from her or just cut her off. The friendship doesn't serve you if you're not even comfortable. I'd just phase her out of your friendship. Can't trust anything she says. I don't think it's necessary to confront her. She seems like she has some sort of problem that results in her making up stories. I say throw gasoline onto this situation. Go onto social media and connect with her father and brother. Then start flirting with the coach in front of her. I'm going to be honest, you were in the wrong for looking through her messages, but you knew already that something was off. I do believe that lies always make their way up. What if one day you would meet her family or her brother will randomly show up IDK? But in the end, curiosity got the better of you. Now you know the truth. I suggest talking to her and being civil even if it is difficult. Something very similar happened to me when I was around your age at university. I was living with a girl who told me all about her 2 twin sisters and her mother that had died, etc. It turns out she didn't have twin sisters or a mother that had died. We found out after she went to hospital, and we rang up her stepmother and she said, "I'm not the stepmother. I'm her mother." Shortly after that, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Yes, you were in the wrong for that. But now that you know, you can work on accepting that she's a compulsive liar. I would assume it's for the attention. Definitely distance yourselves. And don't tell any more personal things. Run ASAP. And the coach thing. IDK man, wow is all I can say. Good luck. You're young. Get rid of her as gently as you can. Because she will absolutely make up lies about you too. Let them roll off of you like water on oil. Embrace them. Even. But laugh. Rumors will spread. Do your best to laugh them off. But, most importantly, remove her from your lives. She's a black hole and will consume the psychic energy of anyone who dares to enter into her orbit. Beware the event horizon. A suspicious message popped up? Makes zero sense. Ye too are snooping. Just admit it. Admit it. So you snooped through someone's private messages. Well done. Maybe I'm weird, but I don't see the problem. If her lies don't impact your relationship, why would you care? She seems like a good friend if she lets you borrow her computer. I personally would never trust anyone with mine unless I'm around and can see what they're doing. Of course, there probably is more to the story, but from what I read, I don't see the issue. You can't unsee what exactly? Your friend lies, but everything seems alright as you found out, except maybe that coach situation. Your title is such a clickbait. Don't turn Reddit into TikTok BS. Please. I do not like drama. If I smell drama or that the person lies a lot, it's a goodbye from me. I don't have time or patience to deal with people like that. As for reading the messages, I would understand if you read one message, but multiple? Kind of feels too invasive towards her own privacy. I could never read friends' messages like that. Confront her. You did wrong, but what she did is worse. People need to know that their actions have consequences. I was once in a happy relationship with someone until I saw their phone. They were cheating on me and getting abused while doing it. I don't know what would have been worse, not finding out and something happening to them, or finding out like I did and having it eventually tear us apart. Rule of thumb: you don't know people. Sound like a sociopathic liar. OMG, what it's gonna be next? She is a killer in disguise? Is it on Netflix? My first cousin, whom she is the eldest granddaughter, is exactly like this. Just so glad I stood my ground when she manipulated my whole family to turn against me, and I stood my ground, and now she's living her karma at the moment. Long story short, she was a jealous girl who never likes the spotlight taken off from her. If it's your big day, she will make it about her. If it's your graduation, it's her graduation now. If you're in a relationship, it's her relationship now. She's the most jealous, evil, nasty, ugly heart being I've ever met. Pathologic liar, it seems. I knew people like this as a teenager. Sadly, some people just compulsively lie to make themselves seem more interesting. I was hoping she was secretly a serial killer or something intriguing. Tears of joy. Walk away, don't waste energy or time. Adulthood is full of drama and stress. You don't need to deal with that shit now. Just walk away, remember the good times and move on.